Hi everyone, it's Tracy, and today I want to take you for a walkthrough of my latest journal, which is sort of a whole mix of everything put together into one little pretty package. So it is a one signature journal, and it has, I don't know how many pages. Tracy, silly you. And it is about 8 3/4 by 6. Sorry about that. Okay, so what it is made of is, this is from Nancy at Wishes Weeds, by the way. What it is made of is a lady from Marketplace, Heather, who I get things from every now and then. She gave me a bunch of these catalogs, and I think I have one. Hang on a second, I have one right here. And she gave me like a whole whack of them, and they are just membership rosters to a Vecturous Association, and all it is just names. So I've taken them apart, and I've saved all of this to use in collages, and the rest of it kind of just gets used as just collage. Well, I don't even use, because it's people's names, right? But I've taken this, and this is the base for my journal. So what I've done is I've taken, I've used, the digitals I've used are from Gardy at Blackwork, and it's her newest kit for May. And what I've taken is one of her, or two of her pages, and I printed it out on really, really heavy cardstock. I don't know. I don't know. I'll see if I can find out what it is for you. But so I've just torn the edges down, and I have added eyelets on either side, and runs this ribbon through, and this is what holds the journal together. And then we have a lovely doily that I just got at the thrift store the other day. So the cover is collaged with vintage and antique and some new things, like washi tape I wouldn't call old. But I think everything else is vintage on here. Oh, not this. But then just for fun, I've included four of my favorite attachments. The book dart, the rusty paper clip, the bobby pin, and the cute little heart paper clip. So just for total complete interest. In the back, I covered it with this napkin, and then I really didn't care for it that much. It didn't seem to match the rest of the journal. So I took an old embossed book page and I put it on here, and then I just started throwing stamps and different things down the edge just to kind of give it more of a, I don't know, rough look. So it's not pink. Okay, so on the inside, I've just taken some, this is an end paper from a book. I've made it into a pocket, and in the pocket I have a couple of tags from the kit. Don't you love this? And then just a little flashcard. And then I've taken the rest of that paper that I had for the front cover, and I've made that into another pocket. And in this pocket you have a little envelope I've made. This is some sort of religious card game. This is a check from 1913. And I've tried to keep the color tones in the same city. So this is, or same city. same, same. Oh, I was looking at San Antonio, so I said city. Oh, in the same color family. And then another beautiful tag. So that just all tucks into here. And so this is a page from the kit as well. And I printed this on the heavy cardstock as well and just added a little die cut. This is the, I guess, the negative of the die cut. I just made that as a little tab. On this page, this is part of a kit. And so what I've done is I've added a part of a tag. I've cut it off and then I've punched it and just added this little butterfly in here. Added a little tag there, apart from a doily. And these are from a previous kit or this kit. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. So I've just added them there. So it's kind of like this is the family and these are parts of the family as well. And you'll see as we go through that I've tried to keep everything sort of like make it all make sense. So on this vintage music sheet, I've just done a little stenciling. And this is a lace pocket, and I've just put this little bulb here. I couldn't find anything at the time that I wanted to put there that suited it. So in here, this is a vintage tag from Kathy at Greek Chick. And this is a letter on onion skin. And I don't know the date because it is page 3 of a letter, but might be some good little stories in there. I haven't read it yet. Oh, so here's my other favorite attacher. It's the Blue Book Dart. So this isn't from Blattwork. This is from another, I'll try and remember. Is it Artology? It's not Artie Mays. It's Artology on Ko-fi. So here's a page from that book that I have that the student was writing everything out. This is a page from Lori, and it was attacked by an upturned Diet Coke fiasco. Yeah, but doesn't it look like I did it on purpose? I love the font on this Greek page. So here is a cabinet card, and I got this from Kathy at Greek Chick. And the reason I love this so much is I'm trying to get it out of the... Can you see how it is superimposed? It's like a double picture. Oh, it's almost haunting. I love it so much. I wish that glare wasn't there, but yeah. So I've attached, put her in here with these corner tabs. Is that what they're called? Oh, this light's driving me nuts. And then didn't glue it all the way. I stuck this little vintage ticket in here just to show you that she's not glued all the way down. And there's the other side of that map. Here's some vintage ledger, and here is an airmail envelope turned inside out because I love the pattern on it. And inside of it is a little, what do you call these, coin envelopes? And inside is just a couple little tickets. They're digitals, but I've just done collage. See, there's some of the numbers from the booklet that I do, just some other little things that I've put on there as a collage, and I just tucked him in there like that. And then you get Waterloo Row, and you get part of a little tiny probably antique note in en français. And just a little tiddlywink down there. What do you call them? Thingamajig. So on this page, this is from a book called The Young Queen. It's like a story that Queen Victoria maybe would tell. Or Queen Victoria. So here I've printed these on tracing paper because I wanted it to be seen through. And this is an antique, I don't know if it's a cigar card or cigarette card or what it's from. There was nothing on the back, but it's from Kathy at Greek Chick, and it just suited perfect for here. And he needs to be the center of attention. And here is a vintage liquor label. And here, this is, I received something from, I forget, I ordered something from somewhere. And it came wrapped in this antique cellophane. And I think it was from an old album of some sort. I contacted the vendor and I said, do you have more of that? I said, do you sell it? And he said, no, he's running in very short supply of it. But I just thought it was really a beautiful piece. I loved it. And I thought I wanted to add it in here. So here's some reverse stencil coffee dyed something or other. And with a little bit of blue in it that came from some dye. And you have made this into a pocket. And here we have, this is vintage wallpaper or antique wallpaper. I think this is from Janet Lita Vintage. And it's just kind of a little collage on the back. And this is an, I don't know if that's 52. We'll see when we get to the other side. It's a German receipt. Some vintage music paper. And I just love this technique so much. This is from Joyce Crafting, this piece of paper. Her digital kit where she has all the antique wallpapers. And then I took a piece of this book page that has the ink blot, and I just tore it from the book. Doesn't it look like the wallpaper is torn and this is the back? I love this look so much, and it just looks so good together. So here I've taken, and you'll see it goes all the way through. It's from a book. It's a huge line of plants, and nature needs more blue plants. This wasn't blue, but I took my alcohol ink marker to it to make it blue. And this is from, see, you can see it goes through. This is from a new bird book, or yes, it's from a bird book. It's from a new flower book I got. And then I thought, you know, there's maps and stuff and travels. Well, you're going to go golfing, right? So here is a vintage golf scorecard in the lovely blue yet again. So here's another place to write. And this is coffee dyed paper. On this flip, I just added some lace and just whatever I come across. I just put, this is, somebody asked me the other day on one of my videos, she said, really sweetly, she said, do you only do like flip throughs? She goes, do you do tutorials? And you know, I'm the kind of crafter that I never have an idea in mind until it starts to come together. Like I flip through, I had the cover, right? It's blue. So I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with it. So I start to collage it, and then I start to kind of go through, you know, digitals I have and papers I have. And then, oh, I come across Blackwork has a new kit, and I'm like, oh my God, I love the kit, and it's blue, and that's blue. So, and then I just never know what I'm going to do. Like I don't know. And I'm don't think I'm skilled enough, and I'm too nervous. So how's that? Okay. So this is from another flower book with the as close to blue that I could get. So here's a piece of fabric from the upholstery fabric sample kits I have. I just added some lace at the top, and here's another tag from the kit, and I've just taken some of the ribbon that I used on the closure. And these are just from a thrift find I had. They're actually where you record your different restaurants, what you have. So it's a little extra space to write, but there is a lot of writing space in this journal already. And this is Vibe of Vintage. This is a freebie that they have. And I've just taken my blue brush from my blue ink, what was left on it, and I just rubbed it in there just to give it the blue. And there's my favorite book dart. And this is a first day cover, and it's just I really like the browns and then the blue from the lines on the envelope. And so that's in there. And then this is one of the like title pages from a book that I had used a while back as a journal, and this I had just left over in my paper, so I thought I'd just add it right there. This is a negative slide that had fallen out from one, and I just found it laying there, so I used it. And this is packing tape from a package that I got in the mail. So, reuse. So here we have some vintage ledger there. And then we have what was probably a ledger down here. I just had a little strip of it. So I've just attached this little tag, and this is here. I need to find something to go there, but it's here to remind you to flip out. So I just love the look of the older paper too. So here's another, this was avocado and onion skin. So it turned out quite different than what I thought. So I left this open for whomever to do whatever they wish to with it. It was just, I thought, too pretty to cover it up. And here we've just got some little tiny buttons, and these were from Aloha at Aloha Creations. And I just punched this fold over here, which made me realize it was crooked, but it's still really pretty. And then just attached this little bit of frilly lace here. So there's the other side of that ledger there. This is the other side of that paper. I've just added a little skirt on it, and with a rusty safety pin. And then this is from Nancy at Wishes and Weeds. And this was in something I got in a little pack of ephemera, and it's like really heavy. I don't know what it was from at all, but it's really pretty. So it found a home right there. So, and there was a natural hole here, so I just added one of my rusty safety pins there. So on the back of that first day cover, I had a strip from an old insurance premium in the leftovers. So on it, I just added, this is a digital ticket, but this is a cigar band, and this is from a stock certificate. And so here's the other fold over, and then I've just added a vintage German book page to it, and I love the color of the page. And you can use Google Translate on that. So on this page, again, I punched that fold over, but I've included, this is from the ledger that I just got, where I've I'm soaking off some of the pages, getting the prints to use and the ledger to use. So this is the first time that I've used a piece of the ledger. Now the pages are massive and huge, so I'll never be able to, and you can see how wide the lines are. You'll never be able to get it into a journal. Like, it'll definitely have to be cut up. So here's that 1930 something dictionary page. So here I've taken an airmail envelope and I've just sort of made it into a pocket with a bit of collage. I like the color of the stamps on it, and that's why I used it. So, ooh, you little sneaker. So I've just used this fabric measuring tape and added a little key hanging down. And then inside is just a family portrait. It's a what would have been a very small cabinet card. I just printed it on tracing paper. And this is just a frame from Guardy's kit. And it has the acetate in it already. So there's a pocket there. There's a pocket here, which has nothing but a piece of paper to remind me that this was a pocket. And on this side, I've just taken some gesso and just kind of went over the dark of the print. And this is, again, another piece of that digital that I printed on tracing paper. This is a sample. And this is a really sweet little, I think, bridge tally card that had the blue on it for the Blue Jays. So I added that in there. And this is from an old table runner that was, it's falling apart, but it is so soft. I love how cotton gets so soft as it gets older. So on this page, these are vintage tickets from Germany, and I've actually punched little holes in there because the tickets had holes in them, and put some eyelets. I didn't realize I had two keys close together until now. Here's just tied with some trim and another little key, and on the back is just a melted clock, or adult. Was it Salvador Dali inspired? So here's the other side of that picture I was telling you about, that page from a book. So in here you have some tongue salad, and I honestly thought that you would really not only appreciate the blue, but appreciate the tongue salad. Or if that doesn't appease to you, you can always have herring and potato salad. Okay? And there's halibut salad, Japanese salad, lobster salad. Well, lobster salad. And this is, I like this postcard because it has the blue-gray that's sort of in here already. So I just added that. And it is from, oh, I don't know, 1910? Yeah, 1910. And it is Maine. Yeah, so that's really cool in there. And there's the other side of that wallpaper from that kit. There's the music, just added some lace trim there. Here's the other side of that German invoice where I thought we might find a date, but we didn't. Uh-oh, shutting. So down here on the, this is more, this is actually coffee dye paper, and then I reverse stenciled it with tea dye, tea dye distress ink. So I've done just a little collage down here. This is one of those vintage coffee little coupons. And here I loved the stamps on this. See, this is the way I would add a stamp, like upside down. But it's a first day cover as well, and they're just beautiful stamps. So I included that as well. And here's the other part of that cellophane. You can see it's totally perfectly imperfect. And this is a page from the Ladies' Home Journal for September 1917. And that is my, oh, my voice cracked. That is my alcohol ink tape. So girls wanted to model Jack Tar midi. And we've got some recipes on the back. These are just a couple little digital advertising cards that I printed out. And I've just taken this music paper and I glued it down, and it has just some probably Tim Holtz type tickets there. So here's the other side of that inside out airmail envelope, and I've done another collage there. And the paper clip has just a little tiny tag, and that is that's a rub-on, and it tried to rub off, so it's going to live there now. So inside this envelope, I know there's stuff in there. Come on out. We have, this is from Wishes and Weeds, Nancy. This is Eiderhofer's, remember? And here's a beautiful blue playing card, and I think that's probably Banff, maybe. This is from a digital kit, but I love the neutral colors of it. And this is, again, that old book page that I put through an embossing folder, and it just sort of all started to crumble away, but it's beautiful. Just added some fabric on the back, and just a little tiny piece of a vintage check, Guess check. And I'm going to throw those back in there. Oh, reach. Come on. Come on. Oh, I think it's the fabric that's making it all rough. And there's the I love the jet on the back. And then I just got this stamp in the mail the other day, and I soaked it off a piece of cardboard box. But I love it. It's the Gardens of Versailles. So, yeah. And here's some vintage ledger. And here on this map, I've taken, this is an old, I don't think it was actually a playing card. It was some sort of a game card or something. I'm trying to remember because I glued it on before I, but it's awesome. I love the colors in there, and just a little slide. And then this is a French translation card there, and it's on another map from Gardy's kit. And here I've just made a, what do we call those? Flippity bits? And a really old stamp down here to cover. There was a number 9 or something on the card, and I just put a stamp down there. I love that stamp. So on the other page of the paper that got in the Diet Coke fight, this is a copy of a photo, and I think it's just so sweet. It sort of fits the time period of those other people in the front. And I've just added leftover lace there. So, like I say, lots of writing space. And then here, this is left over from a table runner as well. One of my new favorite little thingies, the little flower dangle. And this is just another tag from the kit. And this is Tim Holtz fabric tape. And here another, because it's almost like this is like a travel journal almost with the maps and stuff. So I have this postcard which has the bluish greenish colors in here, and it's a happy birthday. And this is from 1920. And I'm going to go in there. And some more of my tape. And okay, I'm going to tell you, this isn't natural. This was me. But doesn't it look like that was what happened? I'm fessing up because I don't want you to think, oh, that, wow. No, Tracy broke it. And Tracy fixed it. Because he needed to go here. His car was here. His paperwork, everything. His wife was way up front. Rest of his family. So, yeah, he had a little bit of a boo-boo. And here's a cigarette card down there. But I think he looks good anyway. And again, he's not glued in behind either. And on the back page of this digital piece, there was just a photo of her on the page. So I took just one of those cheap little frames you get in a kit, probably from Temu or something. I added some acetate on it and then put it there to make it look like it was supposed to be there. And just took a couple really old Polish stamps with the colors, and I really loved that. I thought that looked really well, really good. So here's a leftover piece as well from the front cover. And what I've done is, again, taken a piece of paper to cover up all the personal information of the people from the roster club. And this is from a book page from, I don't know what book of art that I have, but the colors were just perfect, and I had slid it in there, and I'm like, it was meant to be there. I just absolutely love it. And then on the edge here, I've just done a collage of a bunch of stamps in colors that are sort of in the journal. And this is just another postcard that had the blue on the back that I really liked. That's from 48. And that slides in there. And then again, I already showed you the back. So that is this journal. And I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. And it will be for sale soon. I don't know what I should do, and you could let me know regarding my Etsy shop and the possibility of another postal strike with Canada Post after the 22nd. Apparently the talks that they were in just now were like, they just stopped them because they were getting nowhere between the two parties. So I know that Poshmark, our Canadian company that you can sell through, they're shipping everything. Like, they've just changed everything at no extra cost to Pure Later for all of their sellers. I don't think Etsy's going to do that. I can switch all of my shipping options to Pure Later. It just, the cost may go up. So that'll be the only thing with getting a journal. I will have to ship it through. And I know to the States, so I know FedEx is the cheapest option to the States, but it still, I shipped a journal down there in the last postal strike, and it was $40 or $50 to send. So we'll just figure it out as we go along. I just wanted to show you this one today. I have another really pretty pink one that I'm going to show you soon that I've been working on. And then I also have an old journal that was done when I first started journaling, and I've gutted it and I'm starting over on it, just because as your style changes, right, you go back and you go, oh, I don't really like that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to post this on Friday, though it's Thursday today, and you probably just saw my big huge book haul and you're like, I'm not watching another video from Tracy for quite some time. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and wish me luck Saturday night with my Toronto Maple Leafs. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, and talk to you soon.